I'm going to use right now. Good morning. Happy Easter. Woohoo! Thank you all for coming out this morning. Long time tradition here at Church of the Cross. I welcome you to enjoy the play this morning titled Jerusalem PD. It is in the style of shows like Dragnet or Law and Order. Our detectives this morning, Joe Thursday and Frank Cannon, will be played by two sets of actors and actresses. So don't let that confuse you. They've all worked very hard, and that's what happens when you have too many teenagers wanting to get involved in the Easter play. We have special technologies, we have special effects, we have sound effects, and most importantly, we are short on practice time, so we're going to see what chaos ensues in the streets of Jerusalem. Thank you very much, and enjoy.
There are a million stories in the naked city. Jerusalem is no exception. The story you are about to hear is true. None of the names have been changed because the innocent don't need protecting. It's the guilty that we're into nailing, and as you will see, there is no shortage on the guilty. Me, the name's Thursday. Joe Thursday. I wear a badge. My partner, Frank Cannon, and I had been working some long hours trying to process all the paperwork on the 1096s that we had turned over the Passover holiday. 1096? That's disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct. We get a lot of that around the holidays. The worst offenders are those who celebrate a little too much and then get onto their donkeys. Some of the things I've seen would turn your stomach. I've got a photo album later if we have time. But on this particular morning, we had pulled an all-nighter, trying to get all the loose ends tied. The call came in around 8 in the morning. It was from a lady named Mary Magdalene. I recognized her immediately because we had booked her on a 2783 just days before, disturbing the peace at a public execution. But we knew Mary from long before that. She had what you'd call a checkered past. In all honesty, she had a rap sheet so long you'd need Cliff Notes to get through it. But that's another story altogether. We decided to head over to her place to get the story.
Hey, Joe, I think we should look into getting a chariot. Walking this whole city is really wearing me out.
Why do you think they call it a beat, Frank?
Yes?
Ma'am, I'm Joe Thursday. This is my partner, Frank Cannon. Are you Mary Magdalene?
Yes.
You called our precinct about a 3089?
A 3089.
Yes, ma'am. A stolen body?
Oh, yes, officers. I didn't call, but one of my friends did. Please, come in.
If you could fill us in on what exactly happened, ma'am.
Yes, well, I'm sure you don't remember me, but I was at the crucifixion last Friday. And...
We remember, ma'am. In the melee, my partner here got hit with a live gefilte fish. We issued you a citation for disturbing the peace.
Oh, yes, I'm very sorry about that. I was really upset.
Understandable, ma'am. You were saying?
Yes, well, we were heading down to the grave of the man who was executed last Friday.
That would be Jesus of Nazareth, correct?
That's right. We had just arrived when we saw that the stone had been rolled away from the tomb entrance.
And who was with you?
Mary and Salome. No, Salome and Mary, mother of James.
And why exactly were you going to his tomb?
We had some spices and oils, and we were going to anoint his body.
And how exactly were you planning on unsealing the tomb and bypassing the guards?
Well, we weren't sure if there were going to be any guards, and as far as the tomb was concerned, we were talking about it on the way there, and we figured we could get a large branch, and with enough leverage, we could get the stone to roll.
Ma'am, that stone must have weighed half a ton.
We really didn't think it through, but when we got there, it didn't matter. The stone was already rolled away.
And where were the guards?
Like we said, we didn't know if there were going to be any, and when we got there, there weren't.
So did you enter the tomb?
Yes.
Well, and?
Well, I was the first one to go in. Upon entering, I realized that the body was gone.
Then what did you do?
Well, there were grave clothes scattered all over the tomb floor, and,
Well, go on.
well,
I see. So the clothes were everywhere.
yeah, I picked up a few of the clothes, and the headpiece was just laying where the body would have been laid. It was just folded there, and I picked it up to see if the body was there, and it wasn't.
The other two women didn't follow you in?
I mean, no. Whenever we saw that the stone had been rolled away, we were afraid that whoever had rolled away the stone might have still been in there.
So then you came back here to call the police.
Well, no, I wasn't going to call at all,
Really? Why not?
because his body wasn't stolen.
Let's not go there just yet. So after you discovered the body was missing, you came back here immediately.
Almost immediately.
Almost.
Well, whenever Mary and Salome came back out from looking around, there was this bright light.
And-
Light, ma'am.
Yes, like a sheet of lightning, but there was no sound. There, on the right side of the tomb, was someone or something. They told us not to be afraid.
Did it work?
Ma'am, could you describe the man?
I mean, no, other than the light that I described.
You didn't get a look at his face?
I'm not sure if you even had one.
Ma'am.
Like I said, there was this brilliant light, and it seemed like it was coming from him. We couldn't really get a direct look at him.
Uh-huh. Did this light say anything else?
Yes, he said, "I know you were looking for Jesus the Nazareth, who was nailed to the cross. He has been risen up. You can see for yourself he's no longer here. Go tell the disciples and Peter that he's going on ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there exactly as he said."
Okay. Let me get this straight. You come here barely after dawn, loaded with spices and oils, and you don't know how you're going to get the tomb open. But when you get here, the stone has been conveniently rolled away. You go into the tomb, and the body and the guards that were assigned to watch it are all gone. Then a light appears and tells you that this Jesus character has somehow raised himself from the dead, and instead of going to Disneyland, he's headed to Galilee. Is that about right?
Almost.
Okay. What'd I miss?
Well, when the bright light faded, Mary and Salome were running back to where our friends were gathered to mourn his death, to tell them about Jesus being gone.
You didn't go with them, ma'am?
Well, I started to, but remembered that I had left the spices and oils by the tomb. So I went back to go get them, and that's when I saw him.
Him?
Jesus. He was just standing there. He called me by my name.
Hold on a minute, ma'am. You're saying that the man we saw die on Friday was talking with you this morning?
I know it sounds strange.
No, ma'am. Hearing that Papadakis had baklava on sale for 30% off would be strange. I'd classify this as downright unbelievable.
I'm telling you the truth, officer. I wouldn't believe it either if I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Uh-huh. Seems a little convenient that your girlfriends weren't around to corroborate your story.
I know. They had already came back here and called you. They didn't believe it either.
Oh?
They told me that they are excited and that they knew he would rise from the dead. But I can tell they don't really know that it happened, and the men are even worse.
So then, after you had the conversation with the deceased, you came back here and called us?
That's right.
You realize, of course, that you're at the top of the suspect list for the body snatching?
What? Why would I want to steal his body?
Simple, really. His body disappears and you and the rest of the Jesus zealots still have a Messiah.
That's ridiculous. We would never do that.
Wouldn't you?
Of course not. We couldn't.
Couldn't you?
No. I guess we shouldn't have even called you.
Shouldn't you?
Now stop it. I have nothing to do with Jesus disappearing.
Didn't you?
Ma'am, we'll be in contact with you. Just don't plan on leaving town for the next few days.
Of course not. We have nothing to hide.
Haven't you?
That's enough, Frank. We'll need those grave clothes as evidence. We'll be in touch, ma'am.
Well, Joe, what do you think? Seems pretty obvious who's behind this disappearance.
Perhaps, Frank. But I don't think the Jesus zealots had anything to do with it.
How do you figure, Joe? Who else has the motive?
It's not a question about the motive, Frank. It's the MO that I'm a little foggy on.
How so?
Well, it doesn't make sense. These people obviously cared about Jesus. If you're going to steal a body, are you going to steal it without the burial clothes?
Maybe, if you want to make it look like a guy just raised himself up from the dead, you might.
Yeah, maybe, but why fold the headpiece and leave the rest of the clothes on the tomb floor? It seems to me you'd be consistent to make it seem as miraculous as possible.
I still say this Mary and the rest of the groupies are the prime suspects.
Maybe, Frank, but before we go jumping to any conclusions, I think we need to investigate further. Let's see if the guards have a little more information.
Right. Hey, Joe. Is Papadoka's really having a sale on baklava? I'm kind of getting hungry.
Not before the salad, Frank.
I have my Bible and I'm ready to go to church.
Sophie, time to go to church.
You're right.
A quick check of the police report showed that there were 2 guards on duty when the body disappeared, Charlie Afta and Raymond Wynn. Remember that. It's important. Well, Frank and I decided to look for Wynn and Afta in the most likely place we could think of. We tried the IHOP with no success. We picked up a bag full of goodies for the road. Nothing special, a couple of muffins, assorted pastries, a cruller. We decided that if we couldn't find the guards on duty at the time of the theft, that we would see if we could get Pilot's side of the story. As luck would have it, we ran into the guards we were searching for along the way. They seemed to be quite agitated, like they had something to hide.
I think so. Yeah. So it's on. Okay, that's on. We have to go now.
When?
Cannon. Thursday.
Wynn?
After?
Cannon.
Joe?
Frank, cut it out.
Sorry. You boys want to tell us what happened this morning?
Why? What have you heard?
We got a call from Mary Magdalene. Said she and her sewing circle were at the tomb of the blasphemer we buried a couple days ago. You two were on duty, right?
Nope. Charlie. Yeah, we were on duty Thursday.
We're really only concerned about who was on duty this morning at the time of the theft.
That would be us.
You've been on duty for 3 days?
No, sir. We just came on duty last night.
And you were there after?
No, sir. I came on at the same time.
As who?
When?
Last night.
Right.
What we need to know is who was on duty at the tomb overnight.
When?
Last night.
I was with him after.
But who was there before?
Before what?
Before you were there with him.
And when was this?
Overnight.
We already told you that we were on duty overnight Thursday.
I know, but what we need to know is who was on duty last night.
I was.
With anyone?
When?
Last night.
Yep.
Who?
When?
Last night.
Right.
Who?
When?
Last night. Yes. So who?
When?
Frank, you know what? You asked the questions.
Right, Joe. Let's try you, Win. You worked last night?
Yes, sir.
Good. Who was on with you?
After.
After you came to work?
Right.
Who?
After.
After you came to work?
Yes, sir.
Who worked with you?
After.
After you came to... You know what? Let's try this. You worked last night?
Yes, sir.
Good. You worked last night?
Yes, sir.
Good. They're all yours, Joe.
Thanks, Frank. So, after, what's the story?
Well, we were guarding the tomb, and, well, you better ask when.
Huh. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's more uptight than Administrator wine tasting. What's the story, Win?
Well, like you said, Joe, we were guarding the tomb when all of a sudden a bunch of dead guys' groupies showed up.
You don't say.
Sure I do. They overpowered us and took the body.
Is that so?
That's right.
How many of them were there?
I'd say about 8 of them.
And what kind of weapons did they use?
The weapons?
Yeah, weapons. You and After had your standard issue of Mark Antony Miles spears, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what did they use to overpower you with?
Honestly, Joe, I think they used their bare hands.
And how many of them did you take down?
About 2 or 3.
Is that right, After?
Whatever he says, that's what happened.
You guys are pretty lucky then, huh?
How so, Joe?
Well, the two of you look pretty good with 4 guys on each of you. I think we'd be pretty beat up, especially since these guys took the 2 of you. But look at you. You look like you're ready for the temple.
I don't know.
Look at...
Which explains why they were able to jump 2 well-trained armed guards, steal the body, and not leave a scratch on either one of you.
Maybe, I don't know about that. I mean...
What gives, Win? There's not a spot of blood on the spear. Not a drop of the crime scene either.
Maybe I missed.
Oh, come on, Raymond. You know Joe. He ain't gonna buy this story.
Snan the Oreste, Charlie.
That's not gonna help, Win. You forget I mitered in Pig Latin. Now let's see. What was that rule?
Why don't you tell us what really happened, Charlie?
I can't. I don't know what happened.
You guys fall asleep?
Of course not. You know it's better than that, Frank.
So how come you can't tell us what happened?
Ask Pilot.
Charlie, you're gonna get us killed.
Don't worry. We just want the facts. We'll keep your secret.
Well, we went to tell Pilate what happened, and he told us to tell everyone that the disciples came and took the body to make it look like he came back to life.
Great, we're dead men.
What really happened?
Well, we were guarding the tomb just like we were supposed to be when I just told this really funny joke.
Oh yeah, see, this Pharisee walks into a bar with a halibut under his arm.
That's great, Raymond. Then what happens?
Well, the bartender says, we don't...
No, I mean at the tomb.
Well, there's an earthquake.
When?
Right before sunrise.
I didn't feel anything.
That's what Pilate said. But it happened. It lasted forever, it seemed.
Then what?
Well, then there was this blinding light. We ran as fast as we could to tell Pilate.
Well, that's when it got really weird.
Like...
Well, it got really bright, like nothing I've ever seen.
And then?
We ran as fast as we could to tell Pilate.
And that's it?
What? Isn't that enough?
I suppose we'll have to be. Come on, Frank. We need to talk to Pilate.
What about us?
Don't worry. We'll keep you guys out of it.
Thanks. Come on, Raymond. Let's get some breakfast.
Okay. Hey, Joe.
Yeah?
You said Pig Latin was your minor. What was your major?
Forensic investigation of otherwise unexplainable post-mortem disappearances.
Well, ironic.
Ain't it? Have a good breakfast.
So, Joe, what do you think?
You feel an earthquake this morning, Frank?
Nope. You?
Not a rumble. Something tells me this isn't going to be a simple body snatching. Let's go talk to Pilate.
Right. You want to get some breakfast first, Joe?
We got that bag of snacks if we get hungry, Frank.
Yeah, sure, but do you think that'll be enough before lunch, Joe?
Yes, I do. Grab the bag of goodies and let's go.
How about we just grab a breakfast burrito or something?
Just the snacks, Frank. Just the snacks.
Assorted pastries, a cruller. We decided that if we couldn't find the guards on duty at the time of the theft, that we would see if we could get Pilate's.
I'm up, I'm up.
Time to go to church.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We headed over to the main office to talk with the big guy. Ever since last week, when they had to execute this Jesus character, he'd been acting kind of funny. Given what we heard from Wynn and Afta, we knew we'd have to pussyfoot around the issue with Pilate. We found him the way we had the last few times we had seen him. In the bathroom.
Hey, Frank, you got a congestion going on your nose.
Who is it?
Hey, Chief, it's Thursday in Cannon.
Oh, I've been expecting you, gentlemen.
I can see that.
What? Oh, nothing personal. You just can't be too clean, I say. What's on your minds, gentlemen?
Well, we're here about the 3089.
Oh, the body disappearance? I think we have that one pretty much solved.
We ran into Afta and Wynn on the way in.
When?
Just a few minutes ago.
What was just a few minutes ago?
When?
You just said just a few minutes ago.
Right.
So just a few minutes ago. So what was just a few minutes ago?
When?
Just now.
Never mind, you two. What do you mean the grave robbing is just about solved?
Isn't it obvious? The followers of this Jesus came and stole the body to make it look like he rose from the dead.
Yes. On the surface, it would appear that makes sense. But there are still several things that don't add up.
Like?
Like the stone. They couldn't move it.
There was a whole bunch of them, maybe 24. They could have moved it.
Two dozen? Wynn and Afta said there were maybe 8?
Oh, did they? Well, 8 of them could have still moved it.
Perhaps. But how do you explain the earthquake?
What earthquake? I didn't feel an earthquake, did you?
No, but we understand there may have been one.
No, the disciples stole the body to make it look like he rose from the dead. That's our story, and if you two know what's good for you, you'll stick to it as well.
Let me ask you something. Do you really believe that?
Well, of course I do. What other choice do I have?
What do you mean, Chief?
Look, if the disciples didn't steal the body, how else could it have disappeared? The other possibility is just not possible.
You mean that this Jesus character might have actually risen from the dead?
Shh, don't start spreading rumors like that.
You think that's actually possible?
No, of course I don't. That would mean
that he was really the Messiah that he claimed to be.
Exactly, and we know that can't be true, right?
That would mean that you allowed the Son of God to be put to death.
Right, and I would have never allowed that to happen. So why don't you two run along and arrest this man's disciples so we can have a little bit of closure on this whole incident, okay?
We'll continue our investigation, Pilot. We'll let you know what we find out. But we can't very well make any arrests without some sort of evidence that points to the disciples.
Well then find some. I'm not going to live my entire life with the guilt of having allowed anyone to go to their death mistakenly. Now if you two gentlemen will excuse me, I have to go take another shower.
Well, that was weird. Well, many great leaders have been eccentric through the years, Frank. Eccentric is one thing. That was weird. The real question here, Frank, is what really happened out there? It depends on who you ask. I don't think so, Frank. I think the truth is out there. So we just need to find it. So where to now, Joe? I think we need to ask the Sewing Circle's friends a few more questions.
Frank and I headed back to the Jesus People's Hangout. Along the way, we picked up some of that baklava we've been talking about. Turns out it wasn't on sale after all. We bought some anyway. We figured that we'd talk to the other ladies that were there at the tomb to try to get some of what Mary told us corroborated. I had a funny feeling about this one. Maybe it was the neatly folded headpiece on the tomb slab. Maybe it was the way Pilate had acted when he talked about Jesus' disappearance. Maybe it was the way the baklava was sitting on top of that cruller. Whatever it was, I needed answers, and I needed them soon.
You got some baklava on your cheek there, Frank.
Yes?
Jerusalem PD, sir. Are Solo May and Mary the mother of Jameson?
I doubt it.
Either they are or they ain't, Nancy. Which is it?
They're not.
And who might you be, sir?
I'm Thomas.
You were one of the disciples, right?
I doubt it.
Sure you were.
Prove it.
Later. Perhaps right now you can help us out with a few things.
I doubt it.
Have a little faith, sir. Maybe come in?
Got some ID?
Sure.
Show me.
Ever been to Missouri?
Why?
No reason. Maybe come in now.
I suppose so.
I recognize you as being there at the crucifixion as well. It's Peter, right?
Yes, I was there.
Kind of a different tune than the other night, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean, the other night I asked you if you knew Jesus, and you straight up told me you did it.
Yeah, I was really confused. A lot was happening then. What's happened since then?
Oh?
Yeah, a lot has happened since then.
I'll say, like you and your buddies deciding to keep your friend's legacy intact by stealing his body.
We would never do that.
Wouldn't you?
Let's not start that again, Frank.
Sorry.
Why should I believe you? You've lied to us before.
I told you I was confused.
So maybe you're confused now.
We had nothing to do with it.
I don't buy it.
Neither do I.
Neither do I.
Thomas, I was with you all morning.
Oh yeah, sorry, habit.
So where were you?
We stayed here all night talking about everything that Jesus has told us and how none of it could be true.
Yeah? How come?
Because if he was really God, how could he...
Excuse me? You thought this Jesus character was really God?
Yes, of course.
And now?
I know he was.
And how about you?
Not exactly.
I'm stunned. Okay, Mr. Skeptic, why do you not believe? You think someone stole the body?
Don't you?
We're not sure. We're just looking for the facts.
Well, so am I, and until I see the nail marks in his hand in the place where they pierced his side with a spear, I don't believe what the girls say they saw.
And what exactly did they say they saw, sir?
Well, you know, that Jesus was out of the tomb this morning and that he actually spoke with Mary.
And you don't buy it?
Let's just say I doubt it. I mean, when he was alive, I saw him do amazing things. But I was there when they crucified him, and I know he was dead.
But Thomas, you remember what he said about coming back?
I know nothing of the sort. You're reading into what he said about rebuilding the temple.
Is this Jesus we're talking about?
That's right.
What exactly did he say?
Don't you see? Jesus talked in parables, and he was talking about his own body being the temple and how he would rise again on the third day.
That's a stretch.
I have to go with Show Me Boy on this one. Seems like he could have been talking about a remodeling job. What else you got?
He mentioned being killed more than once. I don't need anything else. Mary wouldn't lie about this. She took Jesus' death harder than any of us, but that's only because she was so realistic about it. She knew it was the end for him.
Till today, that is.
Right. Today it's clear that he did what he said he would do, and we believe he's coming back to begin his reign here on earth.
I doubt
Save it for the review board, Nancy. Either of you know when any of the other ladies will be back?
They're telling all our friends about Jesus being risen. I don't know how long that's going.
Fine. We'll be in touch.
I doubt we'll ever hear from you again.
You know, for a follower of someone who may have just cornered the market on death, you got a pretty lousy attitude.
Let's just say I like to see things for myself.
What's the matter, Sunshine? Somebody lied to you about the Easter Bunny, so now you don't trust anybody?
What's an Easter bunny?
That's what I thought. Come on, Frank.
Officers,
Yeah, Peter?
if Jesus shows up here and says it's okay, you want we should give you a call?
Save your dime, Pete. If Jesus wants to make an appearance to us, he knows where to find us. We're in the book.
Wait until-
Turns out it was the way the baklava was.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Dad.
You getting your homework done?
Well, I'm trying, but it's Friday night. I wonder what else I could be doing.
Hey, Ruby.
What?
It doesn't look like you're getting very far on your homework.
I'll just do it on Sunday. That means I'll miss church.
My parents are right. I should get my homework done on Friday.
Too many questions remained for me to feel good about this case. They hung in the air like smoke, choking the conclusions I was trying to reach. Hey, that's good if I do say so myself. Anyway, there were too many of them. Why had the grave clothes been left? Why was the headpiece folded? And why had Pilate taken a cruise on the Looney Tune Express? How had that stone rolled away? Were my feet shrinking? But most of all, I wanted to know why I wanted to believe Mary when her story was so unbelievable. Frank and I got a tip that a couple of disciples had headed to Emmaus, and I wanted to follow up with a few more Jesus quotes to see if there was more to this temple renovation thing. Frank had already talked with a few of them to get the details on some of the quote-unquote miracles that this Jesus character had performed. Frank and I picked up some fig-covered cheesecake on a stick and headed out on a 7-mile walk to Emmaus.
It's strange, Joe. I've been involved in a lot of investigations through the years, and I've never had someone come out as sweet as this Jesus character.
Really? What about that temple incident?
It's strange, Joe. Sure, he turned over a few tables and broke some pottery in the process, but nobody got hurt. He never even touched them.
What made him snap?
That's another thing. Even when he goes nuts, he does it on principle. So it seems very natural. Claim the merchants were desecrating his father's house.
His father? So he was actually laying claim to this divinity that the disciples were putting upon him?
Yes, but not like in a power trip way. He was a very soft-spoken guy who talked about God's love. Only when he was pressed did he admit to being more than just a prophet. And even then, sometimes he would answer them with a question.
A question? What are you talking about?
Well, when they ask him who he is, he says, "Who do you say I am?"
Seriously? Because to hear the Pharisees talk before the crucifixion, mind you, he was claiming daily that he was God and that people needed to bow down to him.
Well, that's partially true. When they asked him if he was king of the Jews, he didn't deny it. But according to the people I talked with, the worst thing I could drag up upon him was that he liked to go around healing people and giving them a new lease on life.
Sounds like a reason to put a man to death. Do you think he was more frank, more than just a prophet?
Don't know that I can say. He sure seemed to make an impact on everyone he came in contact with, though.
Who's that?
Whoa, stranger, where'd you come from?
You must be fast. We hadn't seen anyone since we left Jerusalem.
Who was it you said had an impact on everyone he came in contact with?
We were just discussing the case of Jesus the Nazarene.
Jesus the Nazarene?
Have you heard of him?
I'm familiar. Tell me more.
Well, he was a prophet. Went around feeding people and healing them, giving people hope that they could overcome anything that stood in their way. He was a great orator.
And?
The chief priests and rulers handed him over to Pilate and demanded that he be put to death. He was crucified last Friday and laid in a tomb, which was sealed with a great stone. Some person or persons moved the stone and stole his body.
Why?
The way we figure it, to make it look like this Jesus character had risen from the dead.
Intriguing, but what I meant to say was, why do you think someone stole the body? Why do you not think he really could be risen from the dead?
Because that just doesn't happen.
Oh?
Oh, come on. I suppose you think he rose from the dead?
Well, yes, I do.
Why?
For one thing, it was prophesied.
You talking about Isaiah?
For one, yes, but the psalmist made several allusions to the Messiah rising from the dead. And then there were the others who were awakened.
Like Lazarus.
He was one, yes.
Listen, let's just say for argument's sake that Jesus did raise those people from the dead. He could have had a gift for that kind of thing. But there's a significant difference here. He was the one who rose from the dead this time.
Ah, but you assume this man Jesus is the one who was risen from the dead.
Isn't that what you just said?
No, what I said was, I forgot the lines. I was afraid this would happen. I'm so sorry, guys. No, my friend, what I said was they were awakened. I didn't say Jesus the man did it.
That ain't what we heard. Jesus is the one that raised Lazarus.
This is... I'm so sorry, everyone. Yes, but could a man raise another man from the dead?
What are you getting at?
What I'm getting at, my friend, is a mere man couldn't raise another man from the dead.
Right. So you believe he had celestial connections?
What do you believe?
I don't know what I believe.
Oh, come on, Frank. You're not becoming one of them too, are you?
Well, I don't know, Joe. It seems to be the only thing that adds up.
How does a man raising from the dead add up?
Well, think about it, Joe. You know, when and after, they're good cops. They wouldn't lie to us even though Pilate instructed them to.
But they didn't see Jesus.
No, they ran away when the earthquake happened, but they saw a bright light.
So there was lightning.
They didn't describe lightning. They described a bright, sustained light. And the stone was rolled away.
That still doesn't mean
And what about Pilate? You think he's acting like himself since this happened?
No, but that's a tough job. I've seen a lot of leaders crack up under that kind of pressure.
But he is acting like someone who can't live with the guilt of having allowed an innocent man to be sent to death.
Maybe. I still say it takes a lot of faith to make that kind of leap.
Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe.
I think I do, mister. I think I do.
Say, you sound like you knew this Jesus pretty well. You one of his followers?
Who do you say I am?
Hey, wait, just a date-picking minute. You're...
Peace, my friends.
So, you want to get something to eat?
Joe.
No, look, Frank, we've been working really hard. I think we're really just imagining things.
Joe, that was Jesus, and you know it.
All right, I know, I know. But how is that possible, Frank? And where did he go?
I don't know, Joe, but wherever he went, I'm going to find him.
Mind if I join you, partner?
As you can imagine, nothing was the same for us after that. We reported back to Pilate that we had found the body, but it was walking and talking. That wasn't what he wanted to hear. We got busted all the way down to basic beat cops. But it didn't matter. We had already heard that they had a couple of openings for disciples in this Jesus group, and we decided that a vocational change might do us some good. But neither of us forgot that day when a body came up missing and a whole lot more was found. Yep. There are a million stories in the Naked City. My partner, Frank, and I plan on retelling this one many, many times. And those, my friends, are simple facts.
Yeah, take a bow, guys. Come on up. And our stage crew, nice job, guys. Hey, all right. Perfect. Take a bow. Yep, go for it. Great job, everybody. Well, thank you all so much. They worked very, very hard. I have allergies. Thank you to parents for getting them here. We can tell they practice at home. We're going to rip down this whole set really quick. Breakfast is going on downstairs, but if you walk slow, it gives them one more minute to flip a few more pancakes. You're all welcome to stay. You'll start seeing other people filtering in. It's a great morning for everyone to be together and to socialize and to get to know the church community that we've built here. So the youth are going to help. There's going to be a little bit of flurry around here. And then please join us. After that, there's Sunday schools. There's and our worship service at 10:30. So thank you all very much. Happy Easter.